First, the most exciting thing is that I get to coach again. I get to have a group of players that I'm excited about, that I'm looking forward to. It's going to be a young group, so it's going to be a time where we can do a lot of teaching, and it's just a great opportunity to grow again and to build this program back up to where it was. And it's, I look at it like 2005 was my first year here. We struggled a bit. We had to bring in a large class to kind of change the culture and change the way that we went about things and the way the players went about things, and we had to become more talented. And I think that in '06 we found a lot of success by bringing in a large group of freshmen, and I think that we're going to be able to do the same thing this year. And we're not going to get back to where we were 2-3 years ago, where we were ranked 23rd in the country immediately, but I think that we're going to have the foundation in place to be able to get there quickly again. And that's probably the most exciting thing, is that we get to go out there every day and have a group that's going to work hard and is going to be ready to go and is going to give us a great chance to succeed on the field every day. The thing about having a bigger roster is, there's a lot of good things, but there are some challenges we face in terms of trying to keep everybody happy, trying to decipher and figure out who belongs where and who belongs, in the lineup on any given day, because there's going to be a lot of competition for spots. And, one day it could be one player, and then the next game it could be another, because of the way things are in practice. But it's a good problem to have, because we know that we're going to have depth. We know that we're going to have the ability to play the hot hand, so to speak. And while there are challenges in terms of that, it's a good challenge, and it's something that I'm looking forward to, especially after dealing with a small roster last year. So, the coaching staff is going to have to really work hard to make sure that these players are ready to go and are working hard, and understand that practice means something this year, and how they perform and what they do and the way they act and the way they, their hard work and the way they get better. Everything means something this year, and that's a really good thing. It's going to be really important that our upperclassmen, and especially our senior class, really step up and take the bull by the horns and take the leadership reins, because when you bring in a large number of young players, and we have 18 new players joining us in preseason, it is very difficult, because there's such a learning curve there and such an adjustment period for freshmen. And when you bring in that many, it makes it that much more. So it's going to be really important that players like Sonia Ochenero and Kirsten Hallett and Brittany Smith, and then Jess Keogh as a 2-year senior, it's going to be really important that they step up and that they set the tone right away. And I thought that they did a really good job in the spring of setting the tone and letting the players know, the returning players, the young players, know that what happened last fall was an aberration, and they were in the weight room and conditioning 4 times a week, and it was all them who set that up. It was all them who made that happen. And so it's going to be really important that they come out and they keep that culture going and that tone, and get us back to where we want to be. This group of seniors has seen the best of times here at Manhattanville women's soccer, and then the worst last year. In their freshman year, we were ranked 23rd in the country, went 17-2-1, and the best time in the program's history. Then we made the NCAA tournament in their sophomore year, and then last year, really hit rock bottom, so to speak. So they don't want that to happen again. They want to go out on a good note. So it's going to be extremely important that they keep that focus all the time, and that they lead the rest of these players to do that. I feel like when you have so many newcomers coming in that know they have to step in, the challenge for them is going to be getting themselves ready to step into those positions right away. And I think that one of the things we used to recruit all these players was that they had the ability to come in and start right away. The opportunity to come in and be a difference maker was there for them right away. So we expect, and we need, quite frankly, a large number of these newcomers that come in and make a difference. And I think we have players at each position, whether it's goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, forward, that can make a difference and that can challenge our returning players, but also challenge each other to be in the lineup. And like I said, that's a good problem to have. And there's no question in my mind that some of these players will step in and will be difference makers and will do a good job. Some will come in and need to get their feet wet a little bit, and some might, struggle a little bit, and that's okay. But we recruited all these players with the thought that each of them in their own way would contribute this year, and some more than others, and they're going to have to for us to be successful. So we look forward to that. One of the things we've always prided ourselves since I've taken over this program is putting together a really challenging schedule. We've had years where we've had 9 NCAA tournament teams from the prior year or prior 2 years. This year we have 6 from last year. So we always do that, and we always want to do that, and we always want to prepare ourselves. And really, in the end, what matters is the conference season. So the more quality teams that we can play prior to our conference, the more prepared we're going to be, the more battle-tested we're going to be. And especially with a young team, the more that they'll get their feet wet and the more that they'll get experience. And then, in addition to those 6 NCAA tournament teams, we also have teams that are really, really good. I mean, Trinity out of the NESCAC is a quality team. St. Joe's won 13 games last year. Fitchburg had a good year in terms of their record. So it's just, right from the get-go, right from the start, 2 of our first 5 games, or 3 of our first 5 games are against real quality teams. RPI is going to be a challenge. MIT at our tournament is going to be, really good. And so we want to do that because we feel like it prepares us, it gets us ready, we're battle tested, and then when we get into the conference, we're ready to go, because in our conference alone, with teams like Misericordia, Wilkes, and Eastern, those are 3 really quality teams on top of the rest of the conference. So it's something that we do, it's something that has worked for us, and it's something that we'll continue to do. And we've found success in years where we haven't had great records. We've made the NCAA tournament because we've been ready, because of our non-conference schedule. So, it's the same as every year, and we look forward to the challenge. We have a couple goals for the year. I think as a coach, especially, our goal in our program, I should say, our goal is to always make the conference tournament. Certainly we didn't make it last year, but we've had a lot of success. We've been in the conference championship game, every year but one that we've made the conference tournament, and that's our goal. Our goal is to win the conference tournament every year, make the NCAA tournament. Are we going to step in this year and say we're going to win the conference tournament? Who knows? But at the same time, we try to divide our season into three different segments, and it's the preseason, the non-conference, and then the conference, and then that leads to hopefully postseason. So there could be a 4th segment. But the preseason, the goal is to get everybody on the same page, get everybody on the same culture, and everybody working towards that same common goal. Get the freshmen adjusted as quickly as possible, and we don't want to be peaking, for our first weekend. We want to be ready to go at the, as best we can, and then kind of grow through the non-conference. Now we get into conference, we're ready to go, we're a little bit better, we're ready to, we're battle tested, and then our goal from there is make the conference tournament. And then once you make the conference tournament, who knows? I mean, we've been the 1 seed a couple times, and we've won it once, we've lost it. We've been a 2 seed, we've been a 3 seed, and won it. So, it all depends on a little bit of luck, but where you are at that moment and in that game. And you want to be peaking at the right time. So our goal is to grow and develop and get better and better every game. And one of the things that I've always said as a coach is we don't judge our season on wins and losses per se. Those are the results, but the results are based on, the journey, and the results are based on what you do at practice every day. And if you do the right things and you go about the game and you go about the way you're supposed to do things the right way, the results are going to take care of themselves.